But it wasn't just the million ounces historically that made us go, okay, wow. It's the fact that we see a pathway here to 3 million plus ounces. So there's been over 55,000 years of drilling on this project, and that drilling has really demonstrated that this is a robust system with gold everywhere. And so we have almost 14 kilometers of strike left to drill out.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Deepak Varshney. He is the CEO of Formation Metals. And Deepak, it's good to see you again. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. We got a big program planned for the summer. It's this is the time when you get excited as a company, right? When you're out there getting ready to get to work, and it's probably the scariest time because you don't know what you're gonna see and find, but it's exciting, right? And that's what you want.
Absolutely.
You want excitement.
Yeah. Well, before we get to that and the drill program, maybe just remind everyone a little bit about the company for those not familiar.
Yeah, for sure. So Formation Metals, we are a gold company in Quebec. We're trying to fill a niche where we want to go acquire quality assets at a great valuation, and that's what we've done here with N2, and really advance them to the stage where they'll get taken out. Right. So we came to trade back in October. We've had a great 6 months. Obviously, gold has done very well over the last 6 months as well, so the timing has been impeccable. And so we're just trying to be the next takeout target, right? And
Yeah.
that's really the N2 project is our focus. We acquired that from Wallbridge Mining in January, and that's really what we're going to be working on the rest of the year and next year.
Yeah. Tell me what you liked about N2. What was it that really caught your eye?
Ounces in the ground, right? So when we looked at this project, there are three things that stood out for us. Number one was it had a historical resource of almost 1 million ounces at a gram and a half. And that was developed by, companies with a great pedigree, right? Like Agnico Eagle worked on this in 2008, Cyprus in the 90s. And the reason they gave this project back is because the gold price wasn't really, it's $3,500 now, but it wasn't $3,500 back in '08, in 98. And a gram and a half is, I think, very exciting when you cross $2,500, $2,800 gold. And so that really is what attracted us to begin with. But it wasn't just the million ounces historically that made us go, okay, wow. It's the fact that we see a pathway here to 3 million plus ounces. So there's been over 55,000 years of drilling on this project. And that drilling has really demonstrated that this is a robust system with gold everywhere. And so we have almost 14 kilometers of strike left to drill out. And our main zone has over 3 kilometers of strike to drill out. And so really, geology doesn't work that way. But this is a system where there's just, I call it boring sexy, right? Gold is everywhere. People like to chase after high grade systems, which are very difficult to mine. Obviously, it's great to have, 100 grams over a meter or 500 grams over a meter. This is just, bulk tonnage gold everywhere, right? We just, it's one of those cooler things where you're trying to plan a drill program like we are here, going, okay, cool, we're pretty confident we're going to find gold here, we're going to find gold here, we're going to find gold here. And that's just because, in our main zone as an example, 84% of the holes had gold mineralization. Like our hit rate historically has been phenomenal. And it's just, that's the type of system it is.
Okay.
And so really for us, it was, okay, we have an opportunity here to build a robust resource off work that was done historically by some very strong companies and a great valuation. We bought the project at over 7-year option at $1 an ounce. Our upfront payment, 20 cents an ounce. And with the gold price where it is, that's really just, I think we kind of stole the project, to be honest. So
Yeah. So I know you're launching a 20,000 meter drill program. The first phase will be just 5 meters. So what are you looking for this summer? What are you looking at those particular areas that you talked about in the past?
that's it. So there's two main zones we want to focus on, the A zone and the RJ zone. So the A zone is where they had over 500,000 ounces historically, and that's where we have over 3 kilometers of strike. And really, for us, this is low-hanging fruit, right? I think our focus is on discovery. We're not going to go out and try to twin these holes and come back and, hey guys, the million ounces they had historically, the million ounces that exist today. That's not what we want. We want to focus on discovery, and we want to use the work that was done historically to guide future exploration. Same thing with the RJ zone. The RJ zone is interesting because it does have some very high grade zones where you do have, 50 grams over a meter, 48 grams over a meter, like some very spectacular results. But those are the two zones we want to focus on. We want to go drill this thing out this summer, prove our concept that we can get to 3 million ounces, and then really at the same time focus on an M&A strategy, because there's a lot of companies in the area that are interested in partnering with us and combining with us. And we're the new kid on the block. We're gonna take advantage of being the big guy in the neighborhood. So
All right. Deepak, we'll leave it there. Congratulations on this. Very exciting. We look forward to following the drilling this summer.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve.
All right. Deepak Varshney, the CEO of Formation Metals.